The internet is full of robots. Not the cool kind either. They're never cool or lovable anyway. Not the ones that make you breakfast or do your taxes. And even then you'd be a fool if you'd love them. Anyway, we're talking about the kind of so-called robots, or rather scripts, algorithms, databases, and natural language queries, etc., that are used to write articles, books, and even social media posts. And frankly, they're not very good at it. AI-generated content is everywhere. Look around. Website articles, probably written by a bot. That suspiciously generic self-help book on Amazon, AI ghostwriter, even those targeted ads that seem to know you better than your own mother. Yep, AI is involved. The problem is, a lot of people aren't happy about this. They feel like they're being bombarded with low-quality content. Content that's often inaccurate, repetitive, and just plain boring. And honestly, they're not wrong. Why is this happening? Well, companies want cheap and fast content. And what's cheaper and faster than a tireless, caffeine-free AI writer? The answer, nothing. But as we're about to find out, cheaper and faster doesn't always mean better. AI content might be fast, but it's not exactly clever. Think of it like a parrot that's learned to use a keyboard. It can string words together, sure, but it doesn't really understand what those words mean. This leads to a whole host of problems. First, AI content is often riddled with errors, factual inaccuracies that always over-exaggerating and embellishing garbage style, repetitive use of the same phrase types, sometimes visible cold perfection, you name it. It's like the AI is playing constantly the same dumb script, and it is. Second, AI content lacks originality. It churns out the same tired phrases and cliches, like a bad comedian who only knows one joke. It's the literary equivalent of white bread, bland, boring, and utterly forgettable. Even governments are starting to get worried about the rise of AI-generated content. They're worried about misinformation, copyright infringement, and the general decline of quality on the internet. Some countries, like China, have already started cracking down on it. They've banned AI-generated media without watermarks. Apparently, the European Union is working on similar regulations. Even the US is considering legislation to detect and label synthetic content. The problem is, these measures are like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. They might address some of the symptoms, but they don't solve the underlying problem. AI content is still being churned out at an alarming rate. So how can you tell if you're reading something written by a human or a robot? It's not always easy, but there are some telltale signs. First, look out for factual errors and inconsistencies. AI content is often riddled with them. It's like the AI did a quick Google search and then just mashed together whatever it found, accuracy be damned. Second, pay attention to the writing style. AI content tends to be repetitive and formulaic. It lacks the nuance, creativity, and occasional flashes of brilliance that you find in human writing. If it feels like you're reading something written by a committee of robots, well, you probably are. Be human. Why bland perfection is a turnoff. The good news is, there's a way to fight back against the robot invasion. And it's surprisingly simple. Be more human, and really do produce your own stuff. Don't be lazy. Lazy or dumb people use AI, mostly because they have to, as they wouldn't have a fighting chance doing it themselves. In a world of AI-generated emptiness, your personality, your real knowledge, and your authenticity are your superpower. Actually, and unsurprisingly, all the really human traits. Simple as that. Web visitors, shoppers, your audience for whatever it is you're promoting or saying, are real people. They are craving real connections, genuine emotions, and stories that resonate with their own experiences. So, what does it mean to be more human in your content? It means sharing your unique perspective. It means being vulnerable, honest, and perhaps even a little bit messy. It means writing from the heart, not from an algorithm. Quality over quantity. Why you should treat AI like a thesaurus. Don't get me wrong, AI tools can be helpful, but you need to use them strategically. And it very much depends on what you use it for. Mostly for technical background work in general, and to keep it short here. Think of AI as a thesaurus, not a ghostwriter. Maybe it can help someone who really doesn't know how to write something find the right words, but it shouldn't be writing the whole damn sentence. Focus on creating high-quality content that's well-researched, insightful, and simply worth reading. Don't cut corners. Don't churn out generic fluff just because you can. Remember, in the battle for attention, quality always wins, and AI always loses. Talk to your audience like they're people, because they are. Another way to stand out in the age of AI is to build a strong relationship with your audience. This means engaging with them authentically, responding to their comments, and showing that you genuinely care about what they have to say. AI can't replicate that human connection. It can't understand the nuances of conversation, the power of empathy, or the importance of building trust. Build a brand on being human, because that's something AI can't copy. In a world saturated with AI-generated content, your brand is more important than ever. And what should your brand stand for? Authenticity, creativity, humanity. Make it clear that your content is created by real people, with real hearts and minds. Highlight your unique voice, your expertise, and your passion for what you do. The future of content, a world where humans continue to be in charge. The future of content may seem uncertain, but one thing is clear: humans are still in control. Ultimately, it's a matter of understanding your audience and addressing it properly so you speak to them, resonate with them. Nothing new, actually. Obviously, something you can't properly do with AI. The results are coming in, and they are confirmed by the big names in research, like Gartner and many others, as well. We get to decide what we create, what we consume, and what we value. Your users do that too. So, let's choose wisely. Creators who prioritize quality over quantity, authenticity over automation, and human connection over algorithmic efficiency will have the upper hand. The future of content will likely prove it, and soon.